Good evening, everyone. My name is Rajat. Today I will talk about education should not be free, it should be privatized because as in the Indian society we are not getting the fair education as we need. The students are not getting that much type of education that they need, like in government school. They're controlled by government. They are not much educated. The teachers are not educated in private schools. The teachers are qualified with their education and all the perspectives. And teachers from the backward of the high universities and colleges are adapted on the school. In the private, students get opportunity to participate in all events, and it is not free as in the India. There is no free but private because the financial condition of India is not very good, so it can ensure the study of education of all students.
According to him, India is a very close population country. It beats the China and it becomes the first largest population country. So India wants to develop the country, and there is only one reason to develop the country, and the only reason is education. And to be a good education teacher, so the education wants to many things like laboratory, teacher, new model project. There are many things. And now there is a summer, so when another thing was. And by the private school, they take money. It's okay, and they take the lesson money. So the children doesn't affect more, and they take money and they student go the study by the teacher in this term of education and in this term of laboratory.
So, one thing I want to tell you about one thing I want to tell you all that concept is power. Now, coming back on the topic, when you will have your education in government schools or government education, you will have then you will have your education, but your concept will not be clear. And in the private education, your concept will be clear. Like and if your concepts are not clear, then you can't pass in your exam or top in your exam. So concept is clear. Sorry, concept is power. And in
if there was a poor child, he want to study and he was intelligent, so he can study in government school. That was free. That was free, and the school provide to that child facilities like giving copies, pen, book, food, like these facilities they give. I think about that the free education in the government school give you many facilities like scholarship. They give you scholarship, many fees and uniform. They pay the fee for the uniform and books, notebooks, and they give you only free. And in the government school, all child do the hard work from the for the high level. And in the government school, you can see that the in the government school all students play the sports games and go to the zonal level and state level, and that time they win the gold medal. And now in the government school has many fan and light, and it also a good facility in my school and other government school.
I would be think that the education be free or the school be free because with the free education the boys or girls can be understood more, and if there was a poor person who have not money to study his child to study his child in the school or in the tuition. So that's why the knowledge should be or school should be free, and for the stationery all the items. And ma'am are charging more on the fees of the schools and the visiting other cinemas and other places that is only um, क्या बोलते हैं बेकार लोग.
Wastage.
Yes.
What?
And these visiting places are wasted because in that places we can go ourselves with less money, but from the teachers we can go from more money.
I think the money cannot be taken by the school because the most of the schools are took money from the students and they want dress and another things like they want dress and their sports dresses, another things and their house dress and many other things. If they should be free if the government free the school, the poor children can easily do their learning and become a good person in their future. If they don't study, they can become a thief and another robber and mafia. Thank you.
In the government school, they are over the limit. We are over the limit. Limited children. Like there is a school and the limited children is over. It's 300, but the government school has this 4,000 people, students. So the bad or the another teachers don't focus in the concept, studying sub-concept. And the government school has no garage. And even they have no laboratory to do a practical part. And you have to know about the practical but it's more important than the theory. And in the case of the private school, they take money, okay, but they give the concept. They have the experienced teacher, they have the garage, new garage and laboratory. And they have a limited person, use the garage. They have a limited children, which called lunch.
About the government school, I think as they are wrong in providing free education because they are the students who are studying in the government school, they are becoming like in the future they are not doing anything seriously and they are not taking it seriously and they can't get educated much more than they would and they are making the job opportunities lesser like the transporter, they do not do such communication and in the government schools there is no practical of anything like the and private schools provide more opportunities for playing sports and anything and all the concepts are cleared within seconds. The private school all the things are
Yes.
So, in the government schools, there are less facilities than the private schools. In the private school, there are so many facilities like ATL lab, football ground, basketball court, etc., etc. But in government schools, there are very less number of facilities, and because of the lack of facilities, the student can't understand what's happening in the world and what things are developing and other things to gain their knowledge. And there is one thing I want to tell you. There is one famous bowl in Hindi that जितनी चीनी चाय में डालोगे चाय उतनी ही मीठी होगी. This means that to apply this rule on the education system, the more money you will give to the education, the more you will get knowledge.
Comparing ground. Comparing है ना? Comparing. Education should be free because of the students who are poor and from the stationaries like you can case there are so many poor people who cannot study their student or child. That's why they should be have a dream to be free education to school. Like there are for many facilities like going to cinemas, theaters, other places to visit, and like for the house dresses, food dresses, club dresses, for more any dresses, that these are so waste, and there should be not money for it, because from money the poor persons cannot do, and that's it.
The free school are good because they provide us many facilities. Like they give us clothes, give every facility that we want, and don't take money from us. And they teach us freely. If they teach us freely, then the child should also work hard. And in private school, the children sometimes waste money. And in the government school, the money was not wasted. And in the private school, there was many things as needed. If they not pick up, so they have to teach.
And the government school also developed the country, because in the government school has many science lab, CAD lab, library, and library size is very big, and it has many more books, so that children read the books and get more and more knowledge about all things, about more and more things. And in the government school has many facilities, like the electricity and water and other. Yes, you can.
In the government school, you can read with your mother tongue in Hindi. In the private schools, you cannot read with your mother tongue. In the private school, you cannot say your mother tongue like Hindi. In private school, you have to buy clothes of science lab, library, and many other things. If you don't buy this, you will be failed. And if you buy books, if you cannot buy books, you will be failed. In government school, the government school gave
Okay.
the government school gave you books and
वैसे राउंड देते हैं
Criticizing round.
क्या हुआ
As
As they
their
have said.
side, as their
As they have
I
said.
want to say
No. अरे मत
as they have said.
As they have said. As Mohit said. Schools are given in the government school. There are many that the uniform and the book given by the government school. It may be there. It is in the 1st class. And if you in the 9th class, so no books or uniform given by the government teacher. And there is no facility. I also studied in the government school, and there is no facility of lab, and there is no game period. Brother,
Show him.
and there are others that there is a facility of books and uniform, but there is facility to 1 to 8 class, though the higher class like 9 to 12. Okay.
As Mohit have said that all the students do hard work for the study in government school. As the statement is wrong, they are wasting their money. As Aradia said also that they are not wasting their money. They are not wasting their money. The students are wasting money in the government school as they are not studying. Even you can see that now the time students are not studying and getting a lower marks, which then be accepted in the school, and they are not getting the education, fair education. As Mohit said also, they are getting fair education, and the school school is providing everything to us, like the sports facility, and they win gold medal in the state zonal level. But in the school, government school, it is not encouraged more than the private school. In private school, you can see all the students of the private school are doing hard work for all their competition. But in government school, there is not a facility of that. There is not a proper coach who will teach them. There is not any teacher or there is a principal who doesn't look at all the students' interest. So this is my opinion.
As Ajay has said, there are less facilities in the government schools, but as Ajay has said that there are less facilities in the private schools, but there is more facilities in the private school than the government school. As there are so many things which will help us to improve our language, which will improve our knowledge. Improve our knowledge that as the private schools have ATL labs, computer labs, football court, basketball ground, tennis court, badminton court, chemistry lab, biology lab, etc. etc.
As Varish have said, in the government school they understood more and more. Its statement is wrong in my opinion. That in my context, like in private school, the quality of education is much better than the government school. As government school does not look at all the education system, as teachers are finding any student and beating them and not tolerate with them properly and don't fairly, and they are don't also fairly educated, and they are not doing students showing their interest. In the private school, all the teachers are trying to they are trying to showing the student interest in all the subjects, and they are educated much more than the government teachers, and they have the opportunity for students to make their career and make them educated more than the government students.
And my answer, in the government school they play games, but in the term of district or state. But this statement is wrong. I also excel in government school and I have a interest in cricket. But there is no specific place for playing cricket and to go to the lower level or the higher level.
As like Rashidya has said that the students are preparing for their exams, studying for their exams, they are wasting their time. But isn't it true? Because for the exams they have to study. If they not study, they could be have to fail. And if there will be free of cost of books, they can have more and more education because the books have no cost, and that's why they are studying with the free books and they can have more education from that.
And Harshit, we have said that in the private school has a more intelligent teacher
Than the
than the government school. This statement is wrong because I also study in the government school, but there are many teachers and they are good teach and they give the more and more knowledge or all children, and that behavior is very good.
The government schools are very good. Like Aditya Bhaiya said that the books and there are no game period in schools. If there are no game period, why would we play? Why they send a student to get play, and why the students play in the school?
And Aditya, we have said that in the government schools, students are robots. This statement was wrong because in the government school, all students do hard work for the go to the zonal level and at the state level and district level.
In this, Aditya Bhaiya said that after 8th class, the education was not free. But in
the some school the education was free. If there was a topper child and who was poor, so he can the government provides it facilities to do progress. So he can become anything. And Ayush Bhaiya said that in the government school there was less specialties than the private school. But in the government school there was much facility, and the poor child can survive in that.
In the government school, you can easily get the books from the teacher, but in the private school, you have to pay money for the books. If you don't buy, they will talk and give you TC. And Ayush Bhaiya said that there is no facility in government school, but there is many other facilities, like there is in my school there is computer lab and science lab, biology lab, chemistry lab, and etc. labs are there in my school. And in my government school there are many kind of games that are played in my school. This is why government is the best. And in the government, the BPL people given money by the government if they forget to eat food. If they don't give them money, they will die.
Like Harshit Bhaiya said that there was good teacher in the private school, but they take more money from the children. So that is not. And in the government school, school give you midday meal in the free, and give you free food for the all children. And the government school also give the chance for poor man, because they get the medal and the other trophy.
30 seconds last remark, ठीक है? 30 seconds to each. 30 seconds, only 30. Last round है वो. That's the last round. 30 seconds for everyone, ठीक है? मतलब each will get 30 seconds.
Sir, we should answer the question or
No, whatever you have in your mind. Last remark. To keep your words. That whatever you want to
Okay,
say. 30 seconds only.
I want to answer the question. Like the Radha said that there is a facility of giving books, but I am in the government school, but I got no books in the